The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Knute Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans, and you're right. We could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry classic.
And after a couple of misfires, this offense looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Throwing right. Pulls it in. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
They typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies, that highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team. Really nice pass there. You know the expectations of USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out, because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them there.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Might as well give it to him again. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Yeah, and you run a play that's conservative, and you're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And, man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. You get inside that 5-yard line ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
As the defense comes out, they've got him pinned back, and listen to the roar of this crowd. Trying to get the corner. Finds a crease at the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. There have been many memorable games in this rivalry. It was memorable for Notre Dame last year, not so much for SC as the Trojans got blown out.
No, and Notre Dame's a team that we've seen in the playoff in recent years, and they want to get there consistently. To do that, they've got to win rivalry games like this. You're going to play a big-time opponent like USC with all that talent and that coaching staff. You're going to have to play at a very high level. Last year, David, they put the stomp down on the Trojans.
They did. They used that big shillelagh and laid the hammer and took care of business. And you've seen Notre Dame, have these years now where they've had really good seasons, but we want to see them build on it and do multiple good seasons in a row. That means beating your rival, beating USC consistently. Let's see what the Irish have today.
Finds his man. It's Price. At the 35, he's open. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Wants to throw. It's Leonard. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up?" come on. Get on the ball, David.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Number 16, on to kick it away.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Love. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. First down to start the drive after the break. Movement here from the tight end. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. To the air, it's Leonard. Firing to the right, complete. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield.
And getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him.
On second down, looking again to throw. It's caught. On the move at the 30. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Irish. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Now on first down from the 28. He's looking to throw it. Turns it loose. Makes the grab. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Looking to move it through the air. He'll pull it down and run. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The Trojans in the hurry-up.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping them.
Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. On the option. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Line getting set on 2nd down. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. Using his feet. And the Trojans are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these 2 programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these 2 teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted it. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Now improvising. And they get to the quarterback 16. He just terrorized his quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
He makes the catch. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Fires one high and deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I know it was incomplete. Okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Second and 10 after the previous play. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, USC.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Looking downfield, it's Leonard. Fires to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Tries to get off the field on third down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Just under half a minute to go before the break. They'll take over first and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And he'll pick up one. It brings up second and 9. They'll immediately call timeout.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
looking to throw on second down. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Trojans want to move quickly. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He will need some oomph in this one, a 51-yard attempt, and from the right side. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Trojans will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Young. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Here comes the offense on second down. And the ball is picked off. They didn't give him much on the return, but they were in prime scoring position at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. The Trojans will hustle to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, USC. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the point after is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, though.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Now on the move. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
You know, this offensive line, they've just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, you can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end. You're expected...
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse. They need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you've got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great. Quarterback, receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out toward the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. The give out of the gun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. To throw, it's Leonard. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Let's go. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that, but with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, you know, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me, RD.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Direct snap. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that pass picked off. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Line gets set. 1st down. On the move, it's Love. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. They're bringing heat. At the 20, he's got space. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, USC 17, Notre Dame 7.
The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Comes out throwing on first down. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. 17-14. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And the Trojans are in the hurry-up. Dialing up a second down pass play. Gets it out quickly. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, is still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. They'll run it on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down, and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quickly complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it one more yard to get it in. Quarterback looks for a little space. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Well, I think sometimes on first and goal like that, you're just trying to get up to the line of scrimmage early. You're trying to catch the defense off guard. So you go quarterback sneak, you find the crease, you plow forward, and it worked. You score a touchdown.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. To the air, it's Leonard. Coming after it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Notre Dame lines up quickly. On second down, looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Evans. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's caught inside the 30. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. All wideouts, no backs. Wideout in motion. Going up top on first down. Fires it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Second down coming up. They want to just keep throwing it. Dumps it to the back. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. At the 45 on his way. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Good jet sweep pass. Delivers to contact. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points. Traveler in the entire Trojan nation starting to feel their oats as SC has built a lead in this one.
I'm impressed, too, with the Trojans in this one. They've got a lot of competition in conference week in, week out. You don't get a break when you go out of conference to play Notre Dame, but mentally, they've had a lot left in the tank. They are dominating Notre Dame here.
And it's so fun to watch year after year. Great uniforms, great football. This matchup, the Jules Shillelagh, every single year is always fun to watch.
Here come the Irish back on offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time?
They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On fourth down, going to the air. Right down the middle. Goes right through his hands, falls to the ground, and they have also dropped this game as a